Hey, what's going on everybody? Suru here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you everything there is to know about all of the seasonal events and how to actually get them started without waiting for the respective time frame that the seasons actually drop here and based on the time zone that the game actually goes off of. So in this video, I will break everything down. So if you just want to pay attention to like a specific season, I have timestamps down below so you can jump between Valentine's Day, Christmas, or whatever. And the last thing before we get started is if you are watching this in the future at some point past 2024 2025, this is only updated to August of 2024. So I'm assuming later on in this year, for Halloween and Christmas, we're going to get some additional items. But as of right now, this is all we have at the immediate release of Core Keeper 1.0. If you guys do enjoy any of my content or want to stay up to date with daily Core Keeper videos and guides, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So how do you actually get these things? Well, you could actually have the seasons like spawn naturally. So you could just wait until, you know, around Christmas time for it to happen. But if you want another way to get it in your game immediately, like even today, all you have to do is go back to the main menu and you actually have to go to the settings and you're going to have to override this. So go to settings here. We're going to go down to gameplay settings and then override a season. We want to click on it. You could turn off all seasons. You could have it on only Easter, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's, anniversary, cherry blossom, and the Lunar New Year. So I'm going to start off with Lunar New Year because that's the very first one that ends up spawning within the game. So let me just back out. And then there we go. It changed this Core Keeper logo to having the gold coins. So I'm going to go ahead and load into the game. Now, before you do anything at all, you are going to have to craft a little carpenter's bench right here. And you need to get this seasonal calendar. So it's going to be 5 wood and 8 fiber. You are then going to place it down inside of a room to actually spawn a merchant in. So a habitable room, you want to put it up against the wall. And then whenever you do end up getting the merchant into the game, you can actually cycle through the inventory to the different types of holidays. So we have Easter right here, Halloween, so on and so forth. And that's pretty much the screen that you're going to use this little vendor to access most of this content. So let's jump into the first holiday. All right, so Lunar New Year is a seasonal event that will automatically activate from January 31st to February 13th. Pretty much the only thing there is to do during this event is to go around your map and try and find red like envelopes. So they'll just be on the ground. Oh, we have some right here. So you just go over there, activate that, hit this one, and then we have 2 of them. And then you could open those and get lucky coins. That's it. You just take this back to the seasonal merchant and get some stuff. So let's go ahead and open this real quick. We got 2 coins from that one. And we got 1 coin from that one. So now I have 3. The seasonal merchant has changed. He changes for every season. And this is what he looks like. He looks so cool. I'm not going to lie. Let's go and see. So we have the Guardian Beast statue that we can purchase for 4 lucky coins. We're going to grab one of those. We got the Mystic Knot Tassel. It says it can be painted. We're going to grab that. The Paper Lantern. It says a cozy light that can create a warm atmosphere in any room. It even comes in different colors. Okay, so let's get a couple of those. We got the wallpaper lantern. And lastly, the dragon mask. That's pretty much it for the entire event. Very, very small, but it is nice because most games don't actually show off anything like New Year. Like most games don't even have any New Year events, so it's very cool. I'm going to go to my dresser and I'm going to be able to use the dragon mask. So I'm going to swap it out for the pumpkin and that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. It's not bad. And if we just place it down over here, it does light up just barely. So really not much to it. And then we also have the wallpaper lantern, so we can throw that up against the wall. It's got a little light. And the mystic knot, you can throw that on there. So yeah, it was a pretty small event, but it is what it is. And we have some cool items. And then last but not least, we do have this little statue. And it's actually pretty large. It takes up 3 spots, so I do like it. You can rotate it as well, or it takes up 2 spots. You can rotate it and use it like this just to decorate some items. So I'm a huge fan of it. But let's move on to the next one. So up next is the Valentine's seasonal event that will run from February 14th to February 27th. During this event, you want to go and find a love letter. So it's pretty much like the envelopes on the last one. Just run around your map until you end up finding some love letters. I actually have quite a few right here. Okay, let me go ahead and whack these. We got 1, 2. And then you also see these little petals all throughout the world. So it is really beautiful. We got another one right there, 3. And we're going to open them. And this time you take these letters and you actually take them to the vendor. So I'm going to go all the way back down here. Let's go talk to the vendor. This is what he looks like. Very cool. I do like that they changed the way the vendor looks. And then we're going to make sure we move all the way down to this one. And you trade the love letters in for Valentine's gift boxes. You can also buy a Valentine's chest for 5 love letters, and then you can also get the Valentine's crafting table for 10. So this is going to give you some additional stuff. Let's go ahead and open up the Valentine's gift box. This will have quite a few different items in it. Let me go ahead and activate it. We have 50 right here, so let's see what we end up getting out of 50 boxes. Okay, so we got 7 boxes of chocolates, which just give you some food, and plus 3 pink glow for 10 minutes. We got some distilled love. We got a valuable, which is rose water. We also got the white rose bouquet. We got rose petal flooring. So this is something that's really nice you can have on the ground. I got multiple Valentine rings, which is a plus a 0.7 health every second. A full 3 set will give you plus 100% longer duration of applied charm effects. So it doesn't help you with combat or anything like that. We also got the pink rose bouquet over here. And then another Valentine's ring. So we actually did not get all of the items out of 50. So let me go ahead and make some more. This time I have 100. So I'm going to go ahead and use all of them and see if we get any newer items. All right. Wow. We got a lot of stuff this time. So we did get the enchanted rose, which is something you can use to decorate. It looks pretty much like the rose off of Beauty and the Beast. The Cupid tunic. We have the Valentine necklace, which is plus 7% more healing from health over time. And we got Cupid's bow, which will charm the target for 20 seconds. We got this heart of gold item. And then that's pretty much it. Just a bunch of repeats here. Here is a list of the items that you can currently obtain. Now, whether we get something different for February 2025, I'm not sure. And then we can also put down the crafting table. So let me go ahead and buy one of those. All right, let's look at the Valentine's crafting table and see what you can get. So you can get the Valentine's candles. You can get the wall hearts, the heart painting, the heart-shaped rug, and the Caveling Brute plushie. For this, you're actually going to need one of the Caveling Brute figurines that you're going to have to get on your own. Now, there's just one more small thing I want to show you guys that you may not know about this event, is if you go back to the core, the eye, like the iris, is actually a cute little heart. I love it. It's adorable. All right, moving on to the next season. Now, the next event is actually the anniversary event, which usually runs about March 8th to March 21st. And this is what the vendor looks like. He actually blows on like the little, it's just hilarious. He blows on the little party string, and then he also has a cake right here, and then he has a bunch of balloons and everything. So there's really not much to this one. Let's go down to the anniversary tab, which should be this one right here with the party hat. So to get this one, you just have to get stuff like the anniversary cake. You need 20 glow tulips, 20 slime. To get the happy birthday to you music sheet, you just need 5 fiber, and then the party hat. So we got green, purple, blue, red. And unfortunately, that's pretty much it to celebrate a Core Keeper's anniversary. There's not much to it at all. Just a few party hats, a nice little minor thing for them to throw in here. And then you can use the cake to decorate as well. So it's all right. Now, unfortunately, the next event is very small, but the ones coming up are actually very large. But this one is the Cherry Blossom Seasonal Event, and it runs from about March 22nd to March 30th, so not very long. So during this event, pink and white cherry blossoms can be found lying on the ground, which when you pick them up can be crafted into cherry trees. So If you go over here, there's not really a slot for it at all. We have like Lunar New Year, Christmas, Easter, Halloween, all that stuff. So there's not really anything that you can end up doing with that. But let me show you what it actually looks like outside. So if we were to go out here, you can gather up these things. So this is a white cherry blossom. You would need 10 of those, and then you can combine them and get a tree from it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find another one. We got a couple right here. So there's another one. Here's the white one, or the white, two of the white, and then we have a pink one here. And then you just hover over it, activate it like you would the skulls or the other summoning items. And we got a tree from that one, and we're about to get a tree from this one. And that's pretty much all there is to this event. They are really cool trees though, and they're really nice to decorate. So I'm not mad at it. It's just a tiny little thing. Now on to some of the bigger events. This one is Easter, which was Core Keeper's like first event, and it runs from about March 31st to April 13th for 2024, and April 5th and April 16th of the other years. And it has a few things that you have to actually look out for. So here is what the vendor actually looks like. He's carrying a basket full of eggs on his back. And then let me switch down here. So go to the bunny tab. And you have an Easter workbench, and then also the large golden egg. So the Easter workbench is going to take 5 brown eggs, rose eggs, gray and green Easter eggs. So I'm going to tell you how to get each of those in just a moment. And then if you want to craft the large golden egg, which is going to spawn a different boss, like a new variant of a boss, you're going to need 5 of each of those. So how do you get the brown egg? This right here is how you can obtain the brown egg. It'll be a drop from any of these resources here, and this is the percentage chance that they actually will end up dropping. Same with the rose Easter egg. This is what you can actually expect to get them to drop. And then the green Easter egg is right here. So same, stats on the screen. And then lastly, we have the gray Easter egg, which is right here. And whenever you end up getting these eggs, and you will throughout your playthrough, you just have to keep, mining them up. And especially if you end up doing a mob farm, you're going to be able to get these eggs a lot easier. That's definitely one way that you can get them fast. And then once you do, let's check out what's in the crafting bench. All right, I got all of my eggs, so I'm going to go to the vendor and I can buy the large golden egg. I already have one right here. And then I got the little crafting bench, which I could buy another one, but I have one over here in the corner of the room. So let me show you what that looks like. You can end up getting the chicken hat, the breast piece, and the chicken pants if you want. So we could do that and be dressed as a full chicken. We also have the excellent hat, the excellent breast piece, and the pants. So these are just going to make it look like you look like an egg. We also have stuff for decorating. We got an Easter egg lamp, a garland, a daisy flooring, the Easter pillar, and the excellent flower pot. So you're just going to need some dirt blocks or some stone blocks for that. And then there's like a table, you got a chair right here, and then just a pedestal that you can use to display stuff. So that's pretty much it, but we do have a boss to defeat, which is going to give us some really cool items as well. So this is where you take the egg. You go to where you fought Azios, the Sky Titan, the little birdie, right? You're going to drop this egg down, and he's going to spawn. So then we can just quickly defeat him. As you see, he has a completely different color scheme. He's like white and gold. Let me go ahead and defeat him real quick and see what kind of loot he drops. So he actually drops a few things. This stuff on the screen is what you can get: the radical rabbit ears, the headband, the Ostara ring, the necklace, the figurine, and then of course the chest here. So we ended up getting the radical rabbit ears, which is going to give you a set bonus of 7% melee and range attack speed. We also got the headband, which is going to give you pretty much similar stats. And then we got the necklace, which is 10.3% larger harvest, and a dodge chance on this one here. So they're just okay. I also ended up getting the figurine here. So the drop rates are actually pretty dang good with this. All right, so now it's time to do the Halloween event. This is what the vendor looks like. Very, very cool. And the main goal around this one is to get these little goodie bags right here. So that's what you're going to need to get the summoning idol for the new boss and also the really cool stuff. So how do you actually end up getting these goodie bags? You have to do the following, any of these that are on the screen right here. This is your drop chance and percentage to actually end up getting these items and get the bags. And then we're just going to open a bunch of the bags and see what we got inside. So I have 114 of these bags. I'm really hoping to get the actual summoning idol from this one. Let's go ahead and open all of these real quick. All right, so this is what I got. We also got these pumpkin coins, which you can use to take to the vendor to actually get some stuff. I got 7 of the Haunted Hive Mother summoning idols. We also got some gear pieces here. Frankenbrute head, the Dracularva cape. We got the spooky blanket, lots of candy, which just does some different effects. You know, like I could eat this. It makes my character look like this. I could eat another thing. It makes my character's eyes red. And then I have the candy right here, which is going to give me less movement speed, but it gives me extra health every second. So most of it's just some cosmetic stuff. But we are going to take our pumpkin coins. I got 64 out of those 100 bags. And see what the vendor has for us. So switch back to Halloween. And you can craft at the workbench. We have the eerie chest. And we also have the skeleton decor. So I want the workbench, of course. The chest is just for, you know, storage and decoration. And then the skeleton decor right here we have to pick up. So let me get, since the skeleton is like all white, let's see. We're going to put him out here. The cool thing about this is you can use him just for decorating, or I could go and place a helmet on him. Let's see. That's an item. We could put a chicken head on him if we wanted. Use him as a little mannequin. I could also put my pumpkin head on there if I wanted to. And we can also dress him up in the cloak, although you can't really see it too much. Let's see. Let's try the ghost one. So pretty cool. Something just funny. And then we're going to throw the workbench down, which is actually like a casket. And right here, you can craft some furniture. So we got the stool, the table, the dresser. So it's going to be better than just this basic wooden dresser we have here. We also got the Twisted Roots torch, the rug, and the candle stack. So what's great about this is they didn't have this stuff until like the second year of Halloween. So I'm hoping this year we actually end up getting more stuff. And then we also have the eerie wall and the eerie floor. So this is some really cool stuff. And I'm not showing you guys everything because I want you guys to actually go out and do this and explore it for yourself. This is just an outline guide to show you what you can expect and how to actually obtain these things. So let's go summon the Haunted Hive Mother and defeat her and get some incredible loot. Now, another thing, there's actually some figurines that you can actually get from this. So here on the screen, you can get like the spooky blanket armor and the spook caveling figurine from the cavelings, or the shamans. We have the pumpkin head, the caveling figurine from the caveling brutes. We got the Frankenbrute head and also the figurine. And then from the big larvas and big hive larva, you can get the Dracularva figurine from that. Here is the items that you can get from the goodie bags right here. And then here are the items that you can actually get from defeating the Hive Mother. So we're about to go and do that right now. All right, there we go. Just drop it down like you normally would. And this is what the Hive Mother looks like. A completely different color scheme, very spooky and eerie. Let's see what kind of loot we end up getting from this. We're pretty overpowered, so we can defeat this boss very easily, but it's pretty much the same stats as the other one. This is what the chest looks like. And then inside, we did end up getting the curse ring. Let's see, it says plus 6% chance to apply poison on hit, reducing enemy healing received by 75% with a set bonus of plus 7% chance to restore a bit of health instead of dying when taking lethal damage. So I know that sounds cool, but it's a chance of not dying. It's like a small 7% chance. So they should have made it like a 100% chance to give you like 7% just one time until you actually fully die and then reset. And lastly, this is what the enemies are going to look like out there in the wild. If we go out here, you can actually see, so here's what the caveling looks like, or the spook caveling. He's got like a little ghost outfit. Let's see if we can find a brew. We got the little pumpkin guys right here. They just look so cool. I'm so happy they changed the skin of these. And then here's the Frankenbrute. Looks very awesome. And the only one we haven't looked at was the big larva, which I could probably end up finding one up here really quickly. There they are. Look at that big boy. They're way too cool. All right, moving on to the very last event, which of course is the Christmas event. All right, so just like the Halloween event, the Christmas event is one of the largest, probably the biggest one, actually, as you can tell by my area that's actually decorated right here. Look at the vendor. He looks way too cool. So let's switch it over to Christmas. And you can see that we can get the festive workbench by gifting him 5 cookies and milk. We also have the gingerbread house chest and then the little helperling. It says a fellow caveling that fits in your back pocket but wants to be placed down soon because it's eager to work. It will craft presents in exchange for cooked food, giving it rare cooked foods for higher quality. So it's going to take 10 cookies and milk to craft that. You definitely want to make some of these helpers. So how do you actually end up getting cookies and milk? Well, these enemies are right here on screen will drop them. So we got orange slimes, red, shroomin, cavelings, shamans, the brutes. These are the things that are going to drop it. And so once you take your cookies and milk and you craft at this bench for 5 cookies and milk, and also you make some of these little helperlings, then you have to go over here, and this is how you get your presents. So right here, the luxury winter presents are any rare or epic cooked food, and it's going to take 30 seconds. So that'll be the blue and like purple type of food. So I'm going to throw these in here right now, and it is now working and crafting the luxury winter present for me. The other one can just be any uncommon cooked food. So I would just take a couple of these green ones and then throw them in here on this one, and they're going to be working on the winter present. So let's go ahead and wait for them to finish up. And here we go. So the winter present, these items on the screen right here is what you can currently obtain. A lot of them are just cosmetics, you know, decorations and things you can place down, some outfits, some food and stuff. So let me go ahead and open all 60 of these and we'll see what we actually end up getting. 60 presents gave us a lot of food. We got winter cookies, fruit bread. We got 1 lump of coal, which is valuable. We got a Santa hat, which we can just wear around if we want. We got some candy cane wall decorations, some more valuable. So nothing too great out of there. We did get a winter candle wall decoration as well on this one, and some stockings. Moving on to the luxury ones, we're going to see what we get out of this one. So right here on the screen, these are what you can actually get. One of the main standouts is the giant fireworks. The big firework is something you can get. You can also get some slime figurines, golden chocolate. You can get other figurines, the gingerbread man head, and just things like that. So here we go. We ended up getting winter dinner. Here's the stats on the screen. It looks pretty cool. But the big chocolate, so the golden chocolate bar is actually a permanent food that'll give you plus 28 max health, but only 1 time per character. We also ended up getting the fireworks, which you can use to shoot off. We only got 1 of the big ones from out of that 60. We got the bakery brute figurine, the snow head one here, some other fireworks, some outfits, and so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely something to look forward to. Now let's look at the Christmas bench. It is this one right here. This is where you can get the cool stuff like the snow block. We can get the snow ground. You can get snowmen, piles of snow, candles. We have more decorations, Christmas tree. You got the festive fireplace, the table, lights that you can put on the wall, and then you can go and craft your own fireworks for like 1 bomb pepper and 1 slime. We got 10 bomb peppers and 10 slime over here. I have a tree right here. I've decorated this. Now the floor, you may be wondering what this actually is. It's actually just the rug. And I ended up using the white paintbrush to paint it like this, so it actually looks like this. But the little like snowy ice floor looks like this. I got snowmen, the piles of snow here. We got the lights on the wall, the wreaths, the snowflake, and all of that cool stuff. Here's the table, and here's a bunch of the chest as well. And it really does change up everything. Like, look at the water. You can see snow in the water. This is a scene I created, and it added the snow automatically to it. So it pretty much coats everywhere. Doesn't look like it affected my clay biome or my snow biome. There he is. There's the caveling Bruce. He's like a little baker. I love that. I love the look of them. And then there's also snow going out on the ground and on the walls and everything. And they do have chance to drop their like exclusive figurine as well, but we already ended up getting that. And that's pretty much it for the seasons. That's all there really is going on. Most of the seasons are very short, and there's only like what, six, I think seven events. Hopefully they'll keep expanding as we go. They released the game in 1.0. They have it pretty much to a point where the entire game is just set up better. So now I think going forward they can actually focus on working on these extra things and working on some new content, but they have pretty much a good foundation down for the game, and I think that the seasons are in a good spot for what they are, especially for an indie game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.